What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Post Hype. I'm your host, MJ, and oh, if you're a Mario Kart fan, then you're gonna enjoy this one. We just got news that a brand new statue from First 4 Figures is being released for pre-order. However, I think it actually brings a main question from me, that is, how are we still getting products for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 6 years later? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm not sure if it's at the forefront of your mind. It definitely wasn't for me, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe got announced in 2017. I mean, that is so long ago, and I think that it's actually a bigger statement that Nintendo is doubling down on the current Nintendo Switch, and they're not going to be releasing a new console anytime soon. I think this figure is absolutely beautiful, although I do have some minor gripes with it, but fans are not that happy in general. I want to take a look at it first right here, so let's go ahead and pull this up. Look at this beauty, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this thing is sweet. It's 9 inches of PVC, and it has a LED light up base that is just going to light up your room no matter where you put it. But that being said, I think they made some odd choices. One, from the material that they used, the PVC, and also the fact that they used Mario's retro go-kart. Now, in my opinion, I think it would have been way cooler if we got to see the kart that he's using on the cover of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That more futuristic vibe with the wheels in hover mode would have been so sick to see, but this classic rendition is also nice as well. That's not something I can get too picky about, even though, I mean, I am capable of it. I'll leave it alone right there. However, I think, like I said, people's main concern right now is the material that they use and the price point. If we jump over to the actual listing on the website for First 4 Figures, it looks like this figure is starting out at $165, but has already jumped up to $197.99. Now, holy Jesus, guys. I mean, $200 for a PVC figure? That's a lot in my opinion. Now, I have a bunch of statues of my own. I am an avid collector, and I want you guys to let me know down in the comments below if you are as well. What do you think of this price point? Do you think that it is something that we should just deal with, or it is standard? I think that it might be a little high in my opinion. I prefer resin, but a lot of people who would be interested in the statue seem to think that it is actually being held back by its price. Look at these comments right here. I mean, the main consensus from all of them is that it is just too expensive, even for the quality of it. It does look good in my opinion. I mean, look at this. I mean, the detail on the hat, Mario's mustache, the smoke clouds just have that creamy feel to them, and I love it so much. It looks like the ground beneath him also has this like speed effect going on. It has a motion blur type of effect on it. I mean, I don't know. I think the way that they handled this was so good. The glossiness on Mario's brown shoes, it just sticks out and pops out, and against the kind of matte coloring on his body, I love the contrast of that. However, with PVC being the main material, I don't think the $200 price point really makes sense. Now, for those of you who don't know, PVC is actually the third most used plastic in the world, and that's because it is an inexpensive material, and that's why in like piping, people use it over copper and that sort of thing, but I don't need to go too deep into that. The main point being it is inexpensive. So right here, we're getting a figure from First 4 Figures who does great work in my opinion, but at such a high price, it seems like they're really trying to get those profit margins expanded as much as possible. And in my opinion, they're really trying to take advantage of the hype surrounding the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now, just like me, I'm sure you guys saw the trailer, and it was so epic. I mean, if you guys like the trailer, make sure to smash that like button. But that being said, we also got that little glimpse of Mario and the gang riding around in their carts. Now, how big of a role that's going to play in the movie, I'm not 100% certain, but the fact that we even saw a little tiny bit, I think First 4 Figures is trying to capitalize on that and make as much money as they can by releasing this, I have to give it, a very nice statue, but a perhaps overpriced statue. A lot of the other figures on their site go for around the same thing, just like this Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild piece, and we also have some other ones from Zelda and Sonic for $129, this Luigi's Mansion statue for $119. Now, I mean, those are a little lower than the price that we are getting for the Mario one. However, I am just a little concerned that this is kind of a quick cash grab that they're not putting the most effort and care into. I really would have loved a resin piece at the end of the day, especially given that Mario Kart 8 has been out for so long. I mean, I think that this is actually also a statement that perhaps they know that Nintendo is doubling down on the Nintendo Switch and they're not going to be releasing a new console or a new Mario Kart anytime soon in the future. I wonder what kind of inside sources First Four Figures has, because I need to get in touch with them. However, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about the figure down in the comments below. It looks so good to me and I love the quality, but I'm just worried about the materials. I really think for the price point we should be getting something a little more well made, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be getting this piece for my collection. I don't have anything Mario related yet, and this would have been the perfect introduction, but I'm just not that big on PVC pieces, and for a $200 and maybe even more later down the line price point, as we see it's been rising, I'm a little concerned, and I don't think this is going to be the one for me, but it could be the one for you. You guys let me know, am I being a little more hypercritical than I should be, or do you agree with me and a lot of the comments that people have been making about this figure that this is just too much for what we're getting? That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up here. As always, if you guys liked the video, make sure to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe.